Hey everybody, this is Nick and Dave and Pop Evil, and we're here for Premier Guitar's Big Five. What's my favorite guitar? Actually have it hanging back here.
I'm gonna do the Vanna White thing.
So this is my Schecter Banshee Elite. I picked it up, it's about 3-4 years ago now, and it's been the main staple in the live set since then. It's a Floyd Rose. It's got Schecter's own designed Mach 6, I think it was, Mach 6 pickup.
These are all foreign to me because I'm a really simple guitar player.
Just sounds incredible. The tuning is incredibly stable. Our techs are always like, I don't know what it is about this guitar, but every time I pull it out of the case, you know, it's been traveling, it's been through the air, everything like that. Even with the Floyd Rose, it just is constantly perfectly in tune, and it's just sounds killer, plays great. No mods to it. It is stock. Sustainiac pickup came in it too. I don't use it a ton, but it's nice to have in a pinch.
Yeah, we use it for like songs like 155 where you got that long ringing out.
Yeah, EBO parts and stuff like that.
Yeah. My favorite guitar is probably this one right here. This is my Silver Burst right here, Les Paul custom. I've had this one. It's one of the older guitars that I've had. It's got the EMG 8181 or 8185s in it. Use the lighter gauge string on this, but I use this for the majority of this set. This one's just in a drop D tuning. It's nothing really special about it. It's just your standard. It's heavier than hell though. I think almost every guitar has a Les Paul. I have a couple Firebirds and stuff, but this one by far is my favorite. It's got the best feel out of it. I think the best tone. You know, like every time you get like different pickups, even with like the EMGs, I feel like there's something, maybe it's the wood, maybe the parts that it's made out of, gives a little bit different tone. And this one for me does it all. I got this, geez, when was it? Like in 09, I believe. This was like one of my first guitars. I got another one that's reissue 58, and I played that one I think on every record in all of our videos. I think it's in our very first music video, Somebody Like You, and that thing, it's a reissue. I think it was like 08 or 07 or something like that. But that thing looks like a real 58. It's so beat up. I mean, the binding is completely wore down. Even this one, I don't know if you can see it in there. It's supposed to be like a 90 degree. It's completely rounded off from my wrist, just like pounding on it.
People pay a lot of money for antiquing now. So
yeah, I got it down. And I sweat some pretty corrosive stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of buckle rash and stuff on here, which gives it a lot of character. What's my Desert Island album? If I had to pick one, I think it's probably going to be like Eagles' Greatest Hits or something like that. Never gets old. It's timeless, and you know, it's the Eagles. What more do I gotta say?
For me, I guess would be Nirvana, Nevermind.
See, now you're making me think. Now I want to say, can I change mine now? Because like, yeah, if you ask me tomorrow, I'd probably say Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I'm still sticking with the Eagles. So you Nirvana?
Yeah, Nirvana, Nevermind, I think would be mine. Yeah.
Any particular reason why? Or
again, just kind of when I started playing guitar, like that was one of those albums that I was just playing to continuously, you know, from top to bottom, and even to this point, you know, however many years later, it hasn't gotten old. So.
What's my biggest guitar culture pet peeve? I think it's negative attitudes. I guess the Guitar Center mentality. It's like they know everything or knowing everything about certain. Who cares? Like I said, I'm very punk rock when it comes to it. If you like what you like and that works for you, that's great. But I just hate it when people are so negative. Like, I play this and you don't play that. And, you know, like that type of. No, man, we're all trying to do the same thing, man.
So elitism, then.
Is that the word I'm looking for? What he said.
I think for me would be like tone chasing. Not tone chasing in like the traditional sense of, you know, plugging in a bunch of different amps and trying to find something that sounds good. I mean, by all means, do that. But for me, it's like trying to match somebody else's tone. I mean, you could spend hours, you'll spend thousands of dollars, and you'll never get that because
you're not going to have the feel. Yeah. You're not going to have the same feel that person has.
That time and money would be better invested just, you know, going into a guitar shop, plugging into a bunch of different stuff and finding out what you like, what works for your style.
Works for you, yeah.
Which guitar hero would shock fans of Pop Evil?
Lil Wayne.
Oh man, that's a good one. I think for me, like James Hetfield. You know, I'm a lead player, so most people are like, you're probably a Hammett fan, right? I mean, I like Hammett. He's great, you know.
I am a Hammett fan, but
dude, Hetfield is the man. Like he's
such a badass. Dude.
The tightest rhythm player I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
And he wrote and played on the one of my favorite Metallica solos, and nothing else matters.
If I had to pick who my favorite guitar player would be that would shock people, it's going to be Mark Ford from the Black Crowes. So talk about tone chasing. That guy, his tone was amazing on Southern Harmony and like Three Snakes and stuff like that. There's just something about like the jangliness, you know, like when he pulls those bends up, you know, it's him doing that, and like the way he falls down off it, kind of very Slash, kind of Joe Perry-ish, kind of like out of time, but in perfect time, I guess, in feel, I guess, you know. And I think that would surprise a lot of people because we're a little bit on the heavier side. So I think, yeah, Mark Ford, Black Crowes, love him. My secret weapon would be my punk rock attitude towards guitar, I guess. I mean, because like I just like plug it in, play it kind of guy, strum away, don't care what people think or how I feel about it. And I think that shows through on your performance. And it's like laughter. It's contagious. If somebody can see you having a good time, if you're generally having a good time, other people are going to be entertained by that. So I think that'd be my secret power.
Yeah, I think mine's kind of similar. I guess I like my secret weapon is simplicity. Is in the sense that, you know, even as all this technology is coming about, you know, you can Axe effects. Now you can throw a bunch of different blocks, a bunch of different effects in there, and you have each song can be its own tone and all that kind of stuff. And while that's all well and great, it's just, I really appreciate, like when I first started playing was like you said, just kind of plugging into an amp, turning it up and going.
Jumping around the bedroom.
Yeah. So I never really, messed around with too many of the effects, like too many of the stomp boxes, anything like that. So like even now, like I use an Axe FX3 on the road and I still treat it like a real amp. You know, I will put in an amp block, put in a cab block, and then if it needs a gate, it needs a gate. Otherwise, just let it ride. For this set, I think I have 3 different tones I'm using. And then I have like a trem that I use for a couple of songs, and then like a Leslie kind of rotary thing I use for a couple songs, and then that's pretty much it.